It's Specs!
Hi again! This is the other video that I promised about TNA. More importantly, I have never been as excited to see an episode of Impact as I was this past week. I saw a preview on YouTube about who Hulk Hogan called the real suicide, but I don't think anyone bought that for a second, because we all know that suicide has been three different people in the past: Chris Daniels, Kazarian, and Kiyoshi, the Japanese dude whose name I can't remember, but yeah, him. And then recently, and only recently, it's been TJ Perkins. So TJ was obviously the guy that we saw on Impact, who Hulk Hogan said, "This guy's always been suicide, brother," or something along those lines. So we had this mystery of, like, who's the suicide that's in the ring? I can't see anybody knowing who that was. People will probably say, "Oh, well, I knew straight away." Bullshit. There is no possible way that that could have been spoiled, revealed, anything really. You know, I mean, I was trying to think who it could be. I was trying to see the size and whatnot, and the one person that sort of stood out was Chavo. I was half expecting it to be Shark Boy wearing his mask under the other mask, or Eric Young. But Austin Aries completely threw me off, as it seemed to throw everyone else off. But that was good. That was TNA doing something that WWE failed to do quite regularly, and that surprised people. I give TNA a huge amount of credit for that. Huge amount. Because they did something brilliant. I'm glad that I watched I don't usually watch the preview, because I like to see everything, you know, as it happens, and not go, "Oh, that bit, seen that bit, yeah, that bit, whatever." But yeah, that preview really got me excited to watch Impact. I generally prefer it to a lot of WWE shows anyway. There's about, what are they up to now, about 60 a week now? And poor Alex Riley can't seem to get on any of them. Also, Main Event Mafia, the new Main Event Mafia. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. It should be anyway. Obviously they can't get Booker T or Scott Steiner or basically anyone who's not with the company anymore. I can't imagine Samoa Joe in a suit. That's going to look weird. Because he's always had like a really kind of raw but casual attire. And him in a suit is just going to... It's not very Samoan. But then again, we had Liaki, who now obviously known as Roman Reigns, in FCW. And he's obviously Samoan, but he was doing... When he sort of turned heel in FCW, he was doing a lot of stuff in a suit. It reminded me a lot of Sean O'Hara, or what they should have done with Sean O'Hara, because his Devil Advocate stuff was brilliant, and they just threw it away. But I'm probably going to do something about WWE's thrown away chances of amazingness. Another video. But yeah, back to TNA. Yeah, I have to give TNA 2 thumbs up. Because anymore I would have extra limbs, and that would be weird for people to see. So yeah, I have to give... I don't know, I think whoever did that show, you know, wrote that, yeah, they need to do that more often. Because that was brilliant. I can't give him enough credit for it, yeah. It's going to build to a really good feud with Aries and Bully Ray. So yeah, good job TNA, good job. Good job. So I got asked who else I think would be in Main Event Mafia. It's a hard call. I can honestly see one of Aces and Eights turning and joining. Two obvious choices: D'Lo Brown, but I don't even think he's an actual member anymore, or Luke Gallows. Doc. Because there's something going on there. And I can honestly think those two would make a good good last member. The only problem is that whole thing has been done to death. With the whole, someone in a big heel group gets mistreated, they leave, they suddenly join a big face group for revenge. It's done so many times, but it always works. It always gets a reaction. You know, it always... I think it always will get a reaction. It just depends on the situation, who they are and whatnot. The only time I think it hasn't really made any sense was when WWE did it with Daniel Bryan. When John Cena was like, "This guy hates..." That sounds like Mr. Anderson. Never mind. I won't do a John Cena impression. But yeah, he claimed that Daniel Bryan hated the Nexus more than anybody. What has the Nexus done to Daniel Bryan? I don't recall anything that they'd done, because it wasn't the Nexus that fired Daniel Bryan. So he comes back and he's all like, "I'm gonna get yes." So yeah, that didn't make sense, but hopefully, yeah, TNA continue this tradition, which I've decided started the show that's just gone. Look at the upload date of this and you should be able to work out what show I'm talking about. Plus the information I've already given you should be substantial. So yeah. But yeah, that's all really I've got to say about TNA. It was a good show. Nice surprises. Hopefully they can keep people hooked in, because that's where they seem to, you know, they bring people in with something amazing, and then in 2 weeks it's forgotten about and doesn't matter anymore. So more consistency and it'll be brilliant. So anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching again, and goodbye.